Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to make a pretty little necklace using products from the Bargain Bead Box April 2023 edition, which was called Cloudburst Collection. I really did like this box a lot, and we're going to make a bracelet and a pair of earrings out of it right now. So first of all, our encouraging word for today is if you want to fly, give up everything that weighs you down. Kind of common sense there, isn't it? Alright, so we're using these chunks. I thought these were so pretty, and I just wanted to come up with a bracelet that is kind of simple and just not a whole lot to it, but still pretty that I could wear with just about anything. So we're using these chunks. We're going to use some of these beautiful sparkly rondelles. Those are cracked glass rondelles, which are really cool. We're going to use some of these little, what did they call these on the paper? Were they cuboids? That's what I've seen them called before. Let's see. Yeah, crystal faceted cubic cylinder beads. So we're going to use those. I have got a clasp just from my own stash here. I have some head pins and eye pins and some oval jump rings. Okay, here's the oval jump rings. They don't want to be on camera. There you go. All right, and then for the earring, I have an ear wire just from my own stash. I liked it because it had these rhinestones, and I thought it looked really pretty with this. So I've got 2 ear wires. I have 6 of the nuggets. I have 4 of the little cuboid beads, 2 eye pins, 2 head pins, and 2 of the cracked glass rondelle beads. Okay, that's all you're going to need. It's very, very simple. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to move some of these out of the way a little bit. We're going to make our links here. So what you want to make sure of is that you do not go too long on this bracelet. If you're using a toggle like me, I like toggles to fit fairly secure. That way I know that it's on there, because I don't totally trust toggles, but I really wanted to use this one. I thought it was really pretty with this. So yeah, you got to be kind of careful with them though. So what I'm going to do is take a cuboid bead on my eye pin, a chunk of the quartz, and I'm doing 3 chunks per link, okay? And I'm trying to make sure when I put them on here that they lay kind of against each other. You may have to kind of switch them up a little. See, I like the way that lays a little bit better than the way I had it, just like that. And then I'm using another cuboid, just like this, okay? And I'm going to make a loop. So let me show you how I do that. I bend, I take my chain nose pliers, and right above the cuboid, now I don't want to go too down too low to where I crack it when I bend it, but I want to be right above it if I can. Okay, I'm going to bend this 90 degrees, just like that. That's kind of a, you want to make sure it's kind of a sharp 90-degree bend. Okay, then I'm taking my cutters, and I don't come out real far. I like smaller links, so I don't know, about my finger's width maybe is usually kind of my guide. And I am going to roll a loop back on this. Okay, so just like this. Make sure that your loop is closed so you don't end up with anything falling off. And there is your first little link. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hook my toggle to this with my jump rings, just so that I can kind of gauge my length as I go along. So I'm going to take this jump ring. I like these oval jump rings because they have the cut in the middle, so I feel like they're kind of secure a little bit better with a bracelet than the round jump rings. So these are for sale on my website. If anybody's interested, I'll link it in the description box below. But I really do like these. They're a good gauge. They're just kind of I don't know. I just like these jump rings really well. I feel like because gravity, they're going to hang with the cut in the middle here. So instead of it being on either end, which I think is just a little bit more secure. And I'm going to make sure that that loop is closed. And there is a little link. Now, I'm going to make as many of these as I need for my wrist. So I'm not really sure how many that's going to be. You have to figure in your clasp, of course. And my wrist is small, so I'm never able to fit as many beads on there as I want to usually, but we'll see here what we can do. So I'm just doing another. And again, just kind of looking at how they lay. I kind of like that. And putting this guy on the end here. And just doing the same thing. Going to make a 90-degree bend right above my little bead there. Coming in with my pliers, I'm just going to cut. And then take my round nose plier here and roll it back. Now, you have the option of linking these together like this. I like to use a jump ring in between. I always feel like that it makes it lay better and it doesn't get kind of twisted up like they can sometimes. So I hook them together with jump rings. And I know that's probably going to make me have to use 1 or 2 less beads, but I feel like they just lay so much better that I like to do it this way. But you do it however you want. Okay, so now there's 2 links. Now, what we're going to do with these guys is we're going to take our head pin, and if you hook them together with your 2 links and don't use the jump ring, then just attach this here. I'm going to attach it to the jump ring, and it's just a little dangle. The only reason I wanted to use these because I like the sparkle that they provide, but I also did a dangle on the earring, so this will just kind of make it match the earring. So same thing, I'm just making the same kind of a loop. Whoops. Roll this back. Just like that. And I'm just going to hang this right on that jump ring. Just right here. You can do them all on the same side of the loop if you want to try to make sure that you're doing that. I'm not going to because I don't really mind if some of them lay on one side and some of them lay on the other. But if you wanted them all dangling the same direction, just make sure you hang them all on the same side of this jump ring here. Okay, so see how that is hanging on that side of the jump ring? If I want them all dangling in that direction, I need to make sure that I lay this out flat while I'm making it and hang them all on that side of the jump ring. So I may do some on this side and some on that side. I'm not really gonna, worry too much about that, and I do need to flip that the right way so that the rhinestones show. So there's our first couple of links, okay? So I'm just gonna do the same exact thing until I get the length of that I need for my bracelet. So I'm gonna go in with another cuboid bead, a chunk. I thought these chunks were so pretty. They'll just make a really pretty bracelet, I think. And one more here. So there's those 3. Now see, well, that's better that way. I want to make sure that, if I have one that's kind of curved, I could lay it right here. I don't know that I do. This one might be a little bit. Nah, I like this other one. I just want to make sure that I don't have any that look like that there's a whole big space between them and the eye pin. So that looks pretty good. And we're going to put another cuboid on the end and do the same thing. Just making a loop. I think I have some different size eye pins, eye pins here. I have shorter ones and longer ones, so I just grabbed a bunch out of my container. Okay, and then I'm going to hook these 2 together with my jump ring. And then I'm going to put my little dangle right on in the middle there. Make sure your jump ring's closed up really good. Okay, and then I'm going to take my head pin and do my little dangle. Bend it 90 degrees. Trim it and roll this back. Whoops. Just like that. It's been a very, 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 very busy couple of weeks for me. I haven't put out a whole lot of videos. We went to Tampa for Chris's work party, and we stayed a couple extra days because it was our 10th anniversary. And then we got back, and a couple days after we got back, my new granddaughter, my bonus daughter, and her mom, Mariah, the baby's Nana, and Rachel's mom, they all came to visit, and that was so nice. And they just left yesterday. So hopefully they're going to come back about once a month or so. We're hoping, because we want to watch little Mariah grow up. She's so cute. Okay, so I'm measuring this on my wrist, just checking, and I've still got a little ways to go. So I'm going to continue doing the same exact thing until I get to the length that I need, which will probably just be one more, but we'll see. Okay, so you do yours and then come right on back. Okay, so I have all my links, and I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 links, and it looks like this is going to be really long because I have 8 inches already, but when you put this on, they kind of stand up. You know, these are kind of chunky, so they don't lay right down against your skin the whole way around, so it actually comes out shorter. So you kind of have to really measure on this one on your arm. So I've put this into the toggle on. I'm going to go ahead and put this into the toggle on, and then we'll check it, because one thing you have to make sure of is that the bar can get through the ring, because these are pretty chunky beads behind it. So let's check that. And if they can't, we'll just add a couple of jump rings, and that will solve that problem, but we'll check it first. Sometimes I think they won't, and they do, so they can surprise you a little bit. All right, so let's see how this does. So you just have to make sure that the bar will go through the ring even with the chunky beads behind it, and it looks like that it will. Yeah, it does. So there we have it. Super cute. I think it'll go with a lot of different things. Very versatile, but just simple. I didn't want anything with these chunks. I thought they were so pretty on their own that I didn't really want to do a whole lot else with them, but I like this sparkle added in and this sparkle added in. If you wanted more sparkle, you could even put one of the little cuboid beads on with your dangle, but I like that a lot. So let's look at the earring. The earring is just so simple. It's the same beads. So all we're doing for the earring is we're making the same links. So we've got our cuboid bead here. So cuboid bead and our 3 little quartz links and a cuboid bead on the top. Same thing as we've been doing. We're just bending 90 degrees, trimming this off, and rolling our loop back, just like that. Okay, I'm going to open my ear wire here, my little loop on my ear wire. Make sure I get that open wide enough. I'm going to hang this directly on it, close it up. Goodness, I'm always afraid I'm going to break these little loops on here, and if I do it that way, I will. Okay, let me make sure that it's closed up real good. I think it is. Okay, and then we're just going to do our little dangle on the bottom, same as we did on the whole bracelet. I'm not attaching it with a jump ring, I'm just attaching it directly on though. Because with earrings, you don't really have that issue of things getting twisted up and stuff as much as you do with the bracelet. So let's roll this back. And I'm just going to attach it right on here. And there we have an adorable little pair of earrings to match our beautiful little bracelet. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're interested in subscribing to Bargain Bead Box, I do have a $2 off coupon. You can use it one time, and you can use it either in their store or to sign up and get $2 off your first month's box. Now, if you sign up for their box, you get a 30% off coupon to use in their store anyway, and that's continual. You can use it over and over all month long, and you get it every month. So it's a continual 30% discount if you subscribe to the box. So their store really has some good prices. I like to order from there. I like too much to order from there. So I'm just making sure all my loops are closed up and everything here. But yeah, if you're interested in subscribing, I'll have that link in the description box below with the coupon code. And yeah, I really like the way this turned out. It's simple yet really, really pretty. And I think it'll go with a lot of different things. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.